Hello everyone. I am going to take you through this summative task. So, what is our goal? Your goal is to create a scale drawing of a room or object using precise measurements and choosing your own scale today. So I'm going to take you through this Desmos activity you'll be doing at home. So just remember how this will be scored. So for the content of the mastery, there's excellent, which is 100%. That shows advanced understanding. Satisfies is an 87%, which means you fully understand. And don't forget that satisfies means that you understand the 7th grade content, which is great. Approaches means there's some understanding, and beginning means that there's some understanding at the prior grade level mastery. Okay, so what will you measure? Tell me about the room or object you plan to measure. So in this case, I plan on measuring my Milk-Bone dog box. So I said I plan on measuring the height, width, and depth of a dog box treat. These are my dog's favorite treats, and his favorite one is bacon flavor. You can put whatever object or item or room would you want, but please give an explanation why. Following, what will you measure with? Please watch this video to give you some examples, but I chose to rather measure with a ruler because I have a ruler at home, so I'm going to measure my box in centimeters. The ruler is much longer than the box, which helps as well. Please state your reasoning why you chose the units you did. Next, you're going to sketch your object. Now, if you can see my sketch, it's not perfect. There's no grid behind it. I just want to sketch. Just give me an image based off of your idea of what it looks like when you plan on drawing the final. It's kind of like a draft. So the 3 parts of this box I plan on measuring was the height, width, and depth. And I showed that here. I showed the height of the box, the width of the box, and the depth. And I labeled what they actually were when I measured them in centimeters. So make sure you do the same with whatever object you choose. Your next step here is to take those pieces of information and put it in the table. So what is measured? Is this the length, the height? Give as much information as possible. So we want at least 3 measurements. So I'm providing 3. The more, obviously, the better will lead you to exceeding. So the height of this box in the video you'll see is 24 centimeters. The width will be 20 centimeters, and the depth of this box is going to be 6 centimeters. So I made sure I labeled that information. Following is determining the scale. So during this piece, the scale is really important because you want to make sure that when you draw this out, it's not bigger than this 20 by 20 grid. So I chose that 1 grid line equals 2 centimeters because I can understand that if I have 12 of these, that'll equal the 24 that it actually measures, which is less than the 20, so I know it'll fit. As for the width, this is 20 centimeters, but I know that 10 grid lines will equal it. So I know if I went 10 across, there's going to be enough room there. And then for 3 grid lines for my depth, it'll be 6 centimeters. So just make sure whatever your grid line will equal in that unit measurement, that it fits within this grid, okay? After, you're going to finally sketch your room or object. So here I sketched my Milk-Bone box. So I have the 20 centimeters, right, which is really 10 grid lines. My 24 centimeters in height, which is really 12 grid lines. And this is the front of the box. And I decided to draw an image. You don't have to, but the more detail, I think, the better. And this was the side of it. I know that the height is still the same, but the depth of it is 6 centimeters. So I want to make sure that you draw these to scale and it's proportional. Now, if you're looking for an excellent, determining a new scale, the grid paper will be the same size. So keep this the same, but create a new size drawing. So I decided to make my new scale factor a half. So I took all these grid lines and multiplied them by a half to find out what my new grid lines would be. So when I did that, I ended up getting a smaller box. And you can see now it's 6 centimeters by 5 centimeters, and my depth is 1.5. If you need any help, send me an email. Other than that, pause, repeat, play back, whatever you need to do to make sure you understand this lesson today. Thank you so much for your time.